1 year ago tomorrow. Same field. Nice mature South Carolina shooter came out. He is wet, but we found him. We love going on adventures away from the home turf, but I'm telling you, there's something about the sights, the sounds, the smells that just riles something up inside of you that brings you back to childhood when you're hunting near the house. For me, South Carolina was my hunting playground, and you know hunters know what I'm talking about. Over a period of time, you start to develop those year after year consistent favorite spots. It might have took us a few years, but we finally figured out we had these pasture feeding areas that funneled down into this huge creek bottom right into a local bedding area. Man, this fatal funnel was a 2-acre field in this creek bottom where we bush hogged and planted some strips and used the premise of leaving the majority of it high for plot screen so these deer could slip through and feel comfortable out in front of our stand. Good buck right there, man. Good buck. When I saw this mature South Carolina deer step out, I just couldn't believe it. We're just getting ready, and oh man, I just almost lost it. I felt like I was at the gas station because my heart started pumping. When you're talking about a 100+ yard shot, when you're calm, it's important you have a steady rest. But when your heart goes to pumping and that breathing gets shallow, you better have all your limbs stable or you could throw that shot off a foot or two easy. We've grown up hunting down here, and it is unbelievable how hard it is to kill these deer. We go out to Kansas normally, and 2 or 3 days we can get on something. But around here in the South, this is almost unheard of. I'm telling you, I was more nervous right there shooting that deer and I just squeezed the trigger off. I thought I'd missed him. He stood there when I shot. He just stood there, didn't even move.
I still ain't believing it. Wide open field in South Carolina. Whew. Look at all these tracks. Well, here's a prime example of upstate South Carolina, southeastern United States, weary old buck.
Yeah, probably a 4-year-old.
Probably a 4-year-old buck.
It gets around here.
And I really about fell out of the stand shaking. I was so nervous.
I could hear you breathing.
Yep. Well, October 7th through the 17th is when we like to be in the woods hard. This time of year, the deer are pre-rutting before they get locked down with all the does that are here. And it seems like every year those dates work out good for us.
Yeah. We gotta get him a processor.
Yep.
I think I'll be hunting the season, and you gonna be cameraman.
That sounds like a plan.
Thank goodness for Bill Winke's semi-live Midwest whitetail, because it always forced us to carry the camera, and sometimes that meant self-filming, which made it even more nerve-wracking. Well, it took us a few years, but we finally found a good South Carolina honey hole on this farm. So the next year, first couple weeks of October, where do you think we were going? You got it. We was heading to the honey hole.
Well, it's October the 8th. We're doing a lot of swinging and missing here in the south this year. My hopes are up today though, because the north wind's blowing pretty hard, and I've had a couple of does move through. They should be moving. We've got the food here. There's pin oak acres that are dropping all over this place. All around this field, there's some freshly cut wild game buffet from last year here, and some good clover coming up through here. I don't know. We've been down here, we've got some great deer on trail camera. This year's the first year that South Carolina made it legal in the upstate to hunt over corn, so we got some corn out here keeping things sweet. Running the camera, seeing when the deer are moving. Dad hunted here last night and actually saw about 7 does that were eating in the wild game buffet. We have been to the low country of South Carolina, Kansas, hunted around here, and it seems like it's just one of those years. If you hunted to kill deer, big deer every year, then you probably would quit. But we enjoy everything about being out here. Kill or no kill, good luck or bad luck. Just being out here. I might should have worn a bit more long johns this morning, that cold front.
There's one thing about these South Carolina deer, they are not too photogenic. And when you finally catch a glimpse of one, it normally gets the heart rate going extra and starts the time clock of that 10-second window you normally got for a shot.
That is curly. It's October the 8th. I just let the scope hit me in the eye pretty good. 1 year ago, tomorrow, same field, nice mature South Carolina shooter came out. 1 year later, October the 8th, cool front moves in. The wind's blowing from the north 12 mile an hour. And I'm just sitting here shaking like these leaves in the tree. Just as excited. Oh, you gotta love it. The scope gave me a little kiss. Has anybody else ever done that? I think I have. Target practice. I don't know about in the heat of the moment. Deja vu moments in life, and this is one of them because a year ago, tomorrow, we were making this same walk to the back of this same field, and that normally don't happen a whole lot in South Carolina. Well, these last 2 hours have made me anticipate, but now I'm ready to celebrate. We've got some good blood here, and it's leading off where I saw him horse kick, so we're gonna put the tracking party on. Hopefully he didn't go too far. Luck has turned around here on October the 8th in the South. He is wet. But we found him. What in the world? Can somebody go get a winch, a crane, something? Alrighty, we got him dragged out right here. October 8th down here in South Carolina. It's been a good morning. 2 years in a row right here in the same spot. What a fiasco getting him out, but that's what makes memories with these boys. Hey. A lot of season left to go. Good, mature, solid South Carolina buck. This is Curly, one we had pictures of the past couple of weeks. So we're leaving South Carolina, heading to the processor with a smile on our face, looking for a hamburger up towards Clover somewhere. When a deer goes in the creek, boys get in the creek.
And now for CTO's Moment of the Week. Sponsored by Dead End Game Calls. If you have had the chance to take a young man or young woman out for their very first hunt in hopes of getting their very first deer, you know how excited they can be. Greg Bryant got to see this firsthand as he took Will Greer out in hopes of harvesting his first deer. Greg had been seeing several does coming in on the trail camera and thought that this would be a great place to take Will with the crossbow.
Tell me what happened. You don't have to whisper now.
Alright, well, it come out the woods and about the first one we saw one or two, and then a couple more come out, and we was waiting on to get out in the open so I could get a good shot. And finally, once she got out in the open, I got her. So I guess now all we gotta do is find her.
You think you hit her?
Oh, I know I hit her. Golly, ain't that something? Man. God, now I'm shaking like a leaf on a tree. Phew, bang.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Will.
Yeah.
You got your first ever deer. Thought it was a doe, but we went and drug him out, and it's a little button buck, just like this little button buck. But that was exciting, wasn't it?
It sure was.
You put a shot on him, man. You couldn't have placed a shot any better. But it was a good hunt. We got the ice broke for him. Now we can move on up the ladder and get him a big buck.
Camaraderie is a great part of the outdoors, and sometimes you just need a little extra fellowship. It was worth buying my buddy's lunch this day when this old deer took a dive in this deep old creek. Two years of some great hunting in the same fatal funnel, first couple weeks of October, right there with food, water, and cover all around. You're crazy if you don't think I was going there the third year.
Got a good wind. He didn't even smell me. 2 years in a row, right here at the first part of October, first cool fronts. I've had some good luck. We already got some deer moving, a doe and a fawn and a small 6-pointer out here. So it's early. York County, South Carolina. This is where we like to be this time of year. There's a deer. That's another deer. Oh goodness, that's a good one. That's a good one. Well, goodness gracious. I feel good about it. My goodness. 8 o'clock. I can't believe it. First day of gun season, muzzleloader here in South Carolina. It's foggy, and this muzzleloader smoke just made it even more foggy. The deer is not laying where I shot. Hopefully he's laying in the weeds in the woods. And that'll make me feel a little bit better.
Well, it's October 1st, first day of muzzleloader. We just have discovered a unique deer that was not on trail camera. We ran trail camera a little bit and don't know where he came from. You normally don't see a lot of kickers and a lot of jump, but he's got 2 tines right there broke off. He's an 11-pointer. So I think Dad and I have discovered our best little killing hole here. This is my 3rd year on this spot and building some big time history, and I think it reverts back to we've got a cattle farm over here, a lot of acorns, pastures, and they cut right through this bottom, funnel right down the edge of this field here, and we keep it cut with some wild game buffet in there, and they're heading over here to this cutover to bed down. It seems to be the pattern 3 years in a row. He was out there, a 6-pointer was watching him, and I couldn't tell because it was so foggy. We're gonna have to call this the foggy bottom buck because we're in a great bottom here and it was foggy this morning. So we're gonna take him to the processor and head back towards the north. We got some obligations here shortly. We gotta make this thing quick.